Okay, McCoy, for your next video here, this is one of your early throws in our session, and this is obviously the angle is straight on. But what I want to point out to you is a couple things that we really didn't get a chance to get into yet. And the first thing is something called the hallway. So between the quarterback or you and any receiver, any target you're throwing to, there is an imaginary hallway. And when you are throwing to that target, you want to step in. If we split this hallway down the middle, you want to always step into what we call the left half of that hallway. So anywhere over in this space here. Okay. The reason we do that is because you want to allow your foot to land far enough to the left so that your hips can clear through on the throw. If you step in the middle, on the midline of that hallway, you will end up cutting off your hips and you won't be able to get your power through the throw. So let's take a look at where you're stepping here. Okay, so on your throw, you're stepping a little too far to the left, and you can actually see you're into the left hallway, which is a good thing. We just want to kind of control that step a little bit. But if you notice the way that you're stepping, I'm going to clear this out. Okay? If you notice your body's angle, all your weight is coming in this direction. And then you can see from this angle the chest winning the race. And when the chest wins the race, now your elbow ends up coming wide and then out around. So now everything that you do is kind of falling away to the left, all because you stepped left with your body weight. And now you're essentially pulling your body, and the arm is slashing through on the follow through. So this is going to be something that takes away accuracy because it creates inconsistencies in your mechanics. So we want to back this up, and again, this was an earlier throw, but let's look at pre-pass, your posture. Okay, the ball carriage, see how high you are here? Okay, so later on in the session you lowered that down to that shelf position, more in this range here. The other thing we want to take a look at, again, to remind you, is you want to have those feet a little wider than shoulder width, and we want to see a little bit of hip sink and knee sink. So you can see how you're very straight-legged here, and when you're straight-legged, that allows your stride step to end up kind of being very, very straight and less athletic than we'd like it to be. You can also see from this position when your stride foot lands that it's on the heel of your foot. You land on the heel and then roll to the balls of the foot. And when you land on the heel and roll to the balls of the foot, your weight comes forward on your foot, okay, which puts you out ahead of your arm, which we're trying to stay back in the throw. So just this angle just kind of gives you a better view of things. The other thing you can take a note of here is your drive leg. When you see your drive leg on the finish completely extended like this, okay, I'm looking at your knee here. When you see that complete extension of your knee, that indicates generally that you did not use that drive leg or fire that back knee and essentially complete the drive phase of the throw. Instead, you kind of just put your weight forward on the front foot and essentially push off from there. So we want to really see more of a knee punch right here. Bang! Punch in that back knee where you should see some bend in both of your knees that should be there from the beginning of the throw all the way through till the end. And that's going to allow you to maximize your power in the throw. Right now we're essentially falling forward with our weight on the front foot, and then our arm tends to then drag through our throwing zone as a result of that. And even you can see your head tilt kind of pulling you out away, and all that energy is falling away from the throw. So in order to make up for that, we tend to do things with our release that we're not even totally aware of to make up for that. The point is we create inconsistencies or variables that we're always trying to tweak and change through the course of a throw when we kind of start things off like this. Okay? But this is a good view for you to kind of take a look at all these things, and you kind of refresh your memory with the rev. You can see how you're just jumping to that vertical L. Okay, and you see how the front side of your shoulder here is ripping open. Right, front shoulder ripping open, elbow way out wide, and not allowing you to squeeze. okay, which then allows the race to be very wide, coming out around your body, as you see here. Okay, so good angle.